a circular track of radius given radius is equal to 10 meters and the scooter goes with a speed of 30 meters per second. What will be the angular speed of the scooter? What will be the angular speed? Angular speed, it is linear speed. Omega is equal to. So we have the relation V is equal to R omega. Omega is equal to V by R. That is equal to V 30 meter per second, R 10 meters. So 10 ones, 10 threes. So omega is equal to 3 radians per second. Clear? Next problem. What is the acceleration of a sprinter running at 10 meters per second? So given velocity is equal to 10 meters per second when rounding a bend with turn radius of 25 meters. Radius R is equal to 25 meters. We have to find out acceleration. By the formula A is equal to V square by R. V square 10 square by R 25. 100 by 25, that is equal to 4 meters per second square. If both speed of a body and radius of a circular path are doubled, speed is equal to V is equal to V, radius R is equal to R. The question is, if both the speed and radius are doubled, right? Then what happens to its centripetal acceleration? Here. So, if speed and radius are doubled, then A is equal to centripetal acceleration is equal. By the formula A is equal to V square by R. Apply this formula, that implies A is equal to V square. Now the velocity is doubled. So 2V whole square by R. Radius is also doubled. 2R. That is equal to 4V square by 2R. 2 ones, 2 2. That is equal to 2V square by R. That is equal to 2 into V square by R is nothing but acceleration. So 2A. So if speed and radius are doubled, then acceleration is also, centripetal acceleration is also doubled. Clear? If the angular velocity of a body and radius are doubled, angular velocity is equal to omega and radius is equal to R. If omega and R are doubled, then the question is, what is the centripetal force? Then centripetal force F is equal to formula F is square by R, or F is equal to mR omega square. We have to use this formula, right? Therefore, F is equal to m into radius is doubled, so 2R into omega square. Omega is also double, 2 omega square. That is equal to m into 2r into 4 omega square. 2 into 4 8 mr omega square. So mr omega square is nothing but f. So 8 f. So if radius and angular velocity are double, then the centripetal force will be 8 times increases. The formula for centripetal acceleration in terms of radius r and time period t. Radius r, time period t. Right? In this we need the centripetal acceleration. So A is equal to formula v square by r, right? And since v is equal to r omega, so A is equal to v A is equal to v square, is nothing but v into v by r. V is nothing but r omega. So r omega into r omega by r, that is equal to r square omega square. R gets cancelled. So r omega square, that is equal to r into omega. What is omega? Since omega is equal to angular velocity is equal to 2 pi by t. So 2 pi by t whole square, that is equal to r into 4 pi square by t square. That is equal to, finally we can write that 4 pi square r, 4 pi square into r by t square. That is acceleration. Next question, what is the ratio of angular speed of minute hand and hour hand? Here. So, angular speed of minute hand, the angular speed formula omega is equal to 2 pi by t. That is equal to 2 pi by 1 minute is equal to how many seconds? Right? 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So, minute hand to revolve one revolution for minute hand, it completes 60 revolutions. Clear? So that is equal to 2 pi by 3600 radians per second. Mark it as 1. Next, angular speed of our hand. Omega is equal to same formula 2 pi by t, 2 pi by. So to complete one revolution for our fan, it took 12 hours. So 12 hours into 60 minutes into 60 seconds. Right. That is equal to 2 pi by 12 into 60 into 60. So we can write simply 12 into 3600 radians per second. And mark it as 2. We need the ratio of minute hand by hour hand, that means 1 by 2. So 1 by 2. Clear? That applies. Two pi by 3600 by 2 pi by 12 into 3600. 3600, 3600, 2 pi gets cancelled. That means means 1 by 1 into 12 by 1. That is equal to 12 by 1. So the ratio is 12:1. Next, a body completes 1/4 of revolution in 5 seconds. 1/4 revolution in 5 seconds. That means it is a circular path and the body completes only 1/4. Theta is equal to how much? Omega is equal to how much? This is what we have to calculate. So angular displacement formula, theta, angular displacement theta. So theta is equal to 2 pi by total. It is 4 parts. So it completes only one part. So 1 by 4 into 2 pi. Clear? So that is equal to 2 1 2 2 pi by 2 radians. Clear? Next, angular velocity. Angular velocity omega. So omega is equal to theta by t. Theta pi by 2 by t. That implies pi by 2 by 5. That is equal to pi by 10 radians per second. A particle moving in a circular track having the radius meters, right, such that the angle swept out by the radius is theta is equal to 2t square. That is the question. No, it is not 2t square, it is t square. That is the question. So we have to find out angular velocity of the particle, speed of the particle and acceleration of the particle. Then omega, v and a we have to find out. So solution for this. Given, first of all we have to find out angular velocity omega. So omega is equal to, here it is in, we have to do the derivative here. So omega is equal to d theta by dt. That is equal to d by dt into theta value is t square. That is equal to, so while doing the derivative, t power 2, this power 2 will be in front of t. So 2 come to in front of t, that is 2t radians per second. Right? That is angular velocity. So A. B. We have to find out, next one is speed of the particle, v. So speed of the particle, v is equal to r omega. The radius given is 2 meters, omega we got 2t, that is equal to 40 meters per second. Clear? Next, we have to find out acceleration, right? So centripetal acceleration A is equal to r omega square, r into omega square is nothing but d by dt into theta. So d square by dt into theta. That means we have to derivate to this theta 2 times. Clear? So that implies r into d by dt of d by dt into theta. Clear? We have to derivative this theta 2 times. That is because of omega square. We have to derive derivative this theta 2 times. So d by dt 1 time and d theta by dt 1 time. So that is equal to r into d by dt. We already got that d by d theta by dt value. That is 2t. So theta is nothing but d by dt into t square. So that is equal to r into d by dt into this value is 2t. That is equal to, again we have to derivative this, right? So here r into this, while derivating this constant into t, we are derivating t with respect to t. So this t and t gets cancelled and we have only number 2r. So that is equal to, r value is given as 2 meters. So 2 into 2, that is equal to 4 meter per second. Clear? That's it. An aircraft executes a horizontal loop at radius 1 kilometer. Radius is given as 1 kilometer with a steady speed of 900 kilometer per hour. So speed 900 kilometer per hour, and compare its centripetal acceleration with the acceleration due to gravity. So centripetal acceleration by acceleration due to gravity is equal to how much? This is what we have to calculate, right? So convert this kilometers to meters, 1000 meters, 900 kilometer per hour into 5 by 80. So if you cancel that, 9 ones, 9 twos, 2 ones, 250. So we got 250 meter per second. Clear? So centripetal acceleration. A is equal to v square by r, v square 250 square by r 1000. So it is nearly 62.5 meter per second square, right? Then acceleration due to gravity, g is equal to 9.8 meter per second square, right? So we need a by z. Therefore a by z is equal to 62.5 by 9.8. So cancel this. So if we cancel this, we got 6.38. So therefore the centripetal acceleration A is 6.38 times of acceleration due to gravity, right?